Jeff Bezos is the richest man in modern history, and his company Amazon is the second company to have a market cap of over $1 trillion. He went from being the son of a 17-year-old high school student and having a stepfather of a Cuban immigrant to now having a net worth of over $117 billion. And today we're going to learn his best advice on how to manage your time better. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Entspresso to help you believe in yourself more and start your day with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Jeff Bezos, tell us how we can manage our time better.
Look, there are a lot of things that are a waste of time. You know, when you think about your life, I often tell people that I work with, if you can get, because people have very high standards for how they want their work life to be, and I said, look, if you can get your work life to be where you enjoy half of it, that is amazing, because very few people ever achieve that. Because the truth is, everything comes with overhead. That's reality. Everything comes with pieces that you don't like. You could be a Supreme Court justice, and there's still going to be pieces of your job you don't like. You can be a university professor, and it's still going to be, you have to go to committee meetings, and you have to do things. You know, every job comes with pieces you don't like, and we need to say, that's part of it, and not resent those pieces, or try not to, but also try to minimize them. I tell senior executives, you should have the least stress. You know, there's this weird, I think, false idea that CEOs, I'm a CEO, there's this false idea that CEOs are under the most stress. Well, I look at that, I'm like, why? You're in charge. Why don't you delegate the stress? It's your choice. And so you have to figure out how to set up your life in such a way that you can minimize the things. And I find people don't dislike hard work. What people dislike is being out of control. Like, they can't control their life. They can't control their environment. This happens to me when I get overscheduled. I hate being overscheduled. I want some time to be able to think and free myself. We all have the same amount of time in the world. Nobody has more time than anybody else. And when you become a very successful person, one of the things, you start to get overscheduled. You have this event. You had to agree to do this. And maybe last night you were like, why did I agree to do this? I have to go on stage tomorrow. I wish I were really with my family. And, you know, or I hope maybe not this case. Let's say that you like this one. But in general, that kind of thing happens. And so you have to guard your time and try to stay a little bit flexible. So that's, for me, it's not a waste of time, but I like to have some freedom of movement rather than having every minute of every day scheduled.
Yeah, we make sure this fireside chat is 7 minutes more. Don't worry. We'll pack it up.
Your actions have to map to your ambitions. One of the biggest challenges people have is figuring out what does balance look like for you. You don't want to have Jeff Bezos' calendar. You don't want to have Evan Carmichael's calendar either. Balance looks like something different to us. Finding your version of balance, mapping your actions to your ambitions, and then having the courage and the confidence to chase that down and apply it to your life when the people around you are saying you're nuts, you're crazy. That's the juice of life. That is where you'll find peace as well as your success. So as an example, let me walk you through a typical week in the life of Evan Carmichael. I like having my morning routine that I do pretty much every day of the week. I have my evening routine that I'll do pretty much every day of the week. And then I have different days for different things. I find that if I have one full day to focus on just one main task, I'm much more productive. So on Mondays is my mentoring day, and I'm spending the whole day mentoring the people on my team. We're growing. We've got over 25 people on the team, and some people I talk to every week, some people every month, some people every quarter, but I spend the whole day just figuring out how can I make the people on my team better, listened to, heard, improve training, skills, all of it. That's my whole day on Monday. And all I'm doing is being in the mentoring zone. Tuesday is my YouTube day. I'm making videos, I'm strategizing, I'm planning, I'm creating. I'm all in on just making YouTube videos. My team doesn't bother me on Tuesday. Unless it's an urgent emergency, they're not connecting with me on Tuesday because I'm in YouTube mode. Wednesday is my project day. I work on the things that I want to do to grow my business, whatever project is on my mind right now. So right now, build to serve, right? Getting the book out, promoting it, working on my email campaigns and sequences and funnels and all of that is most of Wednesdays. Thursdays is my public facing day. That's when I'm doing interviews and hangouts and podcasts and being on people's Instagram shows and YouTube shows and radio shows. It's all day. It's 25 minutes on, 5-minute break. 25 minutes on, 5-minute break. My entire Thursday. Fridays is my CEO day, and so I'm doing bigger picture projects to help build my business and grow it forward. Saturday becomes fun day. Saturday is when I'm spending the day with my wife. Normally, I'm planning a new food place for us to go eat. I'm looking at festivals for us to go to and enjoy. We're in coronavirus time right now, so we're in lockdown, but it's basically non-work day, and I'm in charge of planning a day for myself and my wife to have a fun day that I know she's gonna enjoy. Sunday's family admin day, and that's when we're doing Costco and dishes and laundry, and we'll do the dishes more than just Sunday, but laundry and cleaning up the condo and going to Home Depot or whatever has to get done that's more kind of on the admin side. And when you have clearly defined days for your life, at least for my life, it prevents bleed. So for example, if we really have to go to Costco to get something, not on a Saturday. Nope, you have to defend your time. You got to defend your time because other things will constantly attack in your time. If you're ever at the point where you feel like everybody has something for you to do and you have no time for yourself, it's your fault. You haven't put the boundaries up. You haven't put the gates up. You haven't protected your time enough with the shield that you have. That's what you need to do on a consistent basis and say, I love you. I respect you. I want to help you. I want to work with you. This is my time. I can help you over here. And the caveat is when you show up for them, you're with them. I think people have a hard time really switching tasks to go from answering a phone call to then writing a book, to then making a video, to then putting out a fire with somebody on your team, to going on another sales call. You're just jumping between mindsets too much. You're shifting between energies too much. And so if I only had 45 minutes to write my book every day, I wouldn't get my book done because it takes me 45 minutes just to get back into where I was from the day before. And so paying attention to your energy states makes a really big difference, at least for me. So morning routine, consistent across the week, evening routine, consistent across the week. And then during the week, every day has its own main big tasks, and underneath that, micro tasks. Now, you might judge me. You might look at that schedule and say, that's crazy. Awesome, right? Amazing. I love it. Great. I'm not asking you to live my life. You should step into my calendar and hate it. I should step into your calendar and hate it. I built the best life for myself. That's the challenge for you. And so when you're looking to someone like Jeff Bezos or me or Steve or any of the people that we've profiled or your heroes that you look up to, you don't want their life. Not exactly. You want a little piece of it. And you can learn one thing from him and one thing from me and one thing from her and apply it to make the best version of your life for you. We judge our version of balance against other people's. That's wrong. You're never going to build the balanced life for you. How much time do you want to work? Do you want to work 80 hours a week? Do you want to work 20 hours a week? You don't want to work 0. Nobody wants to work 0. You don't just want to be at home all day long and never working. You have a purpose. You have a passion. But you don't want it to be all day long. And you don't want to be sleeping all day long. And you don't want to be with your family all day long. But what that right mix, what that balance is going to be unique for you, and you have to find it. And then when you find it, you have to courageously go after it, even when the people around you tell you you're nuts, you're crazy, it'll never work. It doesn't matter what they think. This is your version of your life, and balance means something unique to you. Now I've got a 3-step process that you can go through to help you find that version of balance for yourself that I think you're gonna really find valuable. But before that, if you wanna learn how to have more confidence, more self-love, you wanna learn the billionaire mindset, I've got some 254s for you where every day for the next 254 days, I will send you an email for free with a video link to an unlisted video on YouTube that will help you get the mindset that you need. The links to join are in the description below.
The stress primarily comes from not taking action. If everything has to work in 2 to 3 years, then that limits what you can do.
Okay, so how do you find balance? How do you figure out a schedule and a plan that works for you? I've got a 3-step process. Let's get into it. Step number 1 is start with your morning routine. And a lot of people have a morning routine. Chances are if you're watching this video, you probably have a morning routine. But chances are as well, if you're watching this video, your morning routine is broken. Why do I say that? Because you have to focus on the feeling. The feeling that you want coming out of a morning routine is you feeling bold, unstoppable, and ready to take on the day. You don't wake up like that. You don't wake up, get out of bed, say, I'm courageous, I'm gonna do something bold and big and amazing today, right? It's not how you're gonna start your day. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna wipe your eyes, you're gonna wanna go to the bathroom. This is how everybody starts their day. Most people don't have a morning routine, but if you're watching this video, you probably already do because you're into this kind of content. Amazing, congratulations, you're better than most of the people around you. That's not enough. You have to get the feeling. Most people who do have a morning routine are just checking the boxes. Analyze how you started today. I don't know what time it is when you're watching this. Maybe this video is a part of your morning routine. If so, welcome, congratulations. I'm honored. It's a privilege to be part of your morning routine. Look at what you did this morning. Look at how you felt at the end of your morning routine, whether that's 10 minutes, an hour, I don't know how long your morning routine is, but at the end of it, how did you feel? Did you feel courageous? Did you feel bold? Did you feel unstoppable and ready to take on the day? If the answer is no, and it's gonna be no for most people, so don't feel too bad. If the answer is no, then you did your morning routine wrong. Either you have the wrong elements in your morning routine, or the right elements but the wrong intention. Meaning, you didn't have the focus. Meaning, you're watching this video. If you know watching a video is the thing that gets you going in the morning, awesome. But if you're watching a video while you're also walking outside and doing the dishes and brushing your teeth and you're not focused, paying attention, it's not that the step was wrong, you just didn't have the intention. You didn't have the attention. You didn't have the focus. And so you didn't get the feeling. And so if you're not getting that feeling of boldness and courageousness every morning, you either have something that's wrong in your morning routine or you have the wrong focus and intention on the right things in your morning routine. But you have to fix it. If you started your day feeling bold, powerful, unstoppable, and confident every day, your life is going to be dramatically different 6 months, 12 months, 18 months into the future. I guarantee you. Step number 2 is create a weekly calendar. So when I said map your actions to your ambitions, you want to think, what do I want to accomplish? What do I want out of life? What are the things that I need? How much time do I want to spend with my family, at work, doing my personal things, sleeping, working out, the things that matter to you? How much time do you want to spend? And focus on what you can control. You may not be able to control everything yet. Maybe you still have a job that you have to show up to that's 9 to 5. Awesome. Can you control your lunch break? Do you have another break somewhere in there? Can you control your morning routine, your evening routine, what you do on the weekends? What can you control? And then within what you can control, set up a weekly calendar for yourself. So from today to today in 7 days, right? From today to a week from now, there's 7 days in there. What can you do in each of those 7 days and start to chunk your time to say, this block of time I'm gonna use on this. And this block of time I'm gonna use on this. And the first time through, you might make some mistakes. Awesome. Don't worry about having the perfect plan on paper, but at least you have some kind of plan, an intentional plan for what balance looks like for you. And then step number 3 is constantly ask yourself, what is the highest use of my time? So inside those little chunks, so we've set our weekly calendar for what we can control, right? Part of that might be make YouTube videos. Part of that might be spend time with my wife. Part of that might be work out. Ask yourself, inside of those micro chunks, what's the highest use of my time? If you're gonna be making content, what's the highest use of your time? Is it making a YouTube video? Is it making Instagram? Is it sending an email out? If you're focused on building a better relationship with your wife, what's the highest use of your time? Is it giving her a massage? Is it going for a walk? Is it cooking her dinner? Is it just spending time together? Is it downloading her favorite show or movie? Right? If it's working out, what's the highest use of your time? Constantly be analyzing and asking yourself, what is the highest use of my time inside those micro moments so that I can build the life that I want? So we start with our morning routine. We're focused on the feeling that you're feeling bold, powerful, unstoppable, confident. Then we're planning out a weekly calendar so that our actions map to our ambitions for what we can control in our life right now. And then inside of those moments, we're asking ourselves, what is the highest use of my time? And when you figure those 3 steps out, it gives you a structure that you can follow, that you can fall back on, that when people judge you and say, why are you doing this and why are you doing that? That because this is what balance looks like for me. Because this is how I'm happy. Maybe you love working. Maybe working 80 hours a week is balance. Awesome. Don't feel bad for working that much. When people say that you're gonna burn out and you're working too hard, if that's what you love, amazing. And having the structure to know that this is balance for you and the courage to chase it down makes all the difference and allows you to actually follow through on it. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I wanna know, what is one change that you know you need to make to your schedule somewhere to bring more balance for you? Put it down in the comments below. And if you're still here watching, you made it this far in a video and you promised to take action after watching it. We don't just watch videos, we do something in our life about them. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments below. I want to celebrate you.
Time. How many people in the room would say they're too busy? Not busy enough. That's a politically unpopular place to put your hand, but God bless you for putting your hand up over there. The truth of the matter is, thinking about time as something to be managed, whether it's how long, for those of you who are seniors, I'm sure you'll ask the question, how long will I do my first job? How long? Will I stay in my job 6 months, a year, 5 years? How long before I decide whether I really like my career? How long before I really like my major? How am I really managing my time? I got involved in a lot of extracurriculars. The one that broke the bank for me was becoming publisher of The Advocate. I'm not even sure why I did it. Really, I'm not sure why I did it. It was another resume build. I was already busy with football and the Crimson. But I did it. And then time management really got into my vocabulary. I really did have to manage, and I don't even measure, I started skipping class. I already sort of confessed to that. But managing time, even amongst the extracurriculars, got to be a big deal. Today, I actually keep a spreadsheet, a budget. These are all the things I'm going to do in my life. Here's how much time is budgeted to them and allocated. I record everything into Outlook. I have a macro that spits it out in Excel, and I do budget versus actual comparisons. Now, it's a little different since I've, quote, retired, unquote. But at Microsoft, I could tell you I was going to have 12 one-on-ones with Harry this year. And then I would track them. How many did I have? I was going to spend 10 hours a year talking to customers over the telephone versus in person. And I just measure everything because I think time is so important.
If you want to know Jeff Bezos' thoughts on taking risk, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.